Prime Minister Narendra Modi has written to the floor leaders of all the political parties in both the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, seeking their support for the full implementation of the Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam, also known as the Women's Reservation Act. In his letter, the Prime Minister appealed for a collective effort beyond party lines, stressing that the moment presents a historic opportunity to strengthen India's democratic framework and significantly increases the participation of women in governance. He highlighted that Parliament would convene a special sitting from April 16 to April 18 during the extended budget session, specifically to deliberate on proposed amendments linked to the implementation of the legislation. And according to the Prime Minister, the objective is to ensure that the benefits of the Women's Reservation Act are realized in time for the 2029 Lok Sabha elections as well as upcoming state assembly elections, thereby enhancing representation of women in legislative bodies. He described this as a crucial step that would deepen public trust in democratic institutions and bring renewed energy into the political system. He also reminded political leaders that the bill had received unanimous support in 2023, when it was passed as the 106th constitutional amendment, calling it a landmark and inspiring moment in India's parliamentary history. Urging cooperation, he said that the time had come to translate that consensus into effective implementation and encouraged members of parliament to actively participate in the discussion and help build agreement across the party lines. The Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam provides for 1/3 reservation for women in the Lok Sabha and state legislative assemblies. However, its implementation has been linked to further constitutional and administrative processes, including delimitation and census-based adjustments. A proposal is currently being discussed to base the implementation framework on the 2011 census, instead of waiting for the next census cycle, with the aim of ensuring that the reservation can be enforced before the 2029 general elections. And in view of the importance of the upcoming discussion, the government has also issued a 3-line whip to its member of parliament directing full attendance in both the houses during the special sitting, reflecting the significance the government is placing on the legislative process. Notably, the proposal, however, has sparked strong political reactions. Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge criticized the government's approach, stating that the opposition is being asked to extend support without being provided complete details regarding key aspects of the proposed changes, particularly those related to delimitation. He alleged that the special sitting was called without adequate consultation with all the stakeholders and accused the government of attempting to push the implementation forward for political advantage during ongoing and upcoming state elections. Kharge further demanded that an all-party meeting be convened after April 29, 2026, arguing that any constitutional amendment of this scale requires wider consensus, since it would have implications for both the centre and the states. And despite the criticism, the Prime Minister has maintained that the initiative is driven by goal of empowering women and strengthening democratic participation across the country. He has urged all the political parties to rise above partisan considerations and work together in what he described as a long-standing national aspiration in order to ensure greater representation of women in decision-making roles. The upcoming parliamentary discussion is expected to focus on both the timing and the mechanism of implementation, with the government projecting it as a historic reform and the opposition raising concerns over transparency, consultation and intent. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.